Hello, good evening. I've got Android 15 now, so everything looks different on my phone. And I went to town today and posted my ancestry DNA test, so I'll be able to find out all the people that I was related to. Just thought I'd go a bit off piste this evening, and my sunglasses have broken, so you'll only be able to see me without my sunglasses on for the next few videos, which is a bit of a turn up for the books. Here's the new layout of all the stuff I've been doing today, and let's have a look at Gemini. I've just asked about theosophy. I'll read you what it said. I said, what can you tell me in detail about the field of theosophy, and was there any truth in it? The field of theosophy is a complex and multifaceted spiritual and philosophical system that emerged in the late 19th century, primarily through the work of Helena Petrovna Blavatsky and the Theosophical Society she co-founded in 1875. The term theosophy itself, derived from the Greek words theos, God, and sophia, wisdom, is generally understood to mean divine wisdom. However, modern theosophy, as presented by Blavatsky and her followers, encompasses a much broader scope, claiming to be a synthesis of science, religion, and philosophy, aiming to reveal the fundamental unity of all existence and the divine nature of humanity. Here's a more detailed breakdown of key aspects of theosophy. Core teachings and principles: universal brotherhood. This is a central tenet emphasising the fundamental unity of all human beings regardless of race, creed, sex, caste or colour. The Theosophical Society was founded with the aim of forming a nucleus of this universal brotherhood. Comparative religion, philosophy and science. Theosophy encourages the study of these disciplines to discern the underlying truths they share. It posits that all major religions contain a core of esoteric wisdom, and that true science and philosophy, when rightly understood, are not in conflict with this wisdom. Investigation of unexplained laws of nature and latent human powers. Theosophists believe in the existence of natural laws and human capacities that are not yet fully understood by conventional science. This includes exploring psychic abilities, subtle energies, and the nature of consciousness. The ancient wisdom tradition. Theosophy claims to be a modern expression of an ancient universal wisdom tradition that underlies all genuine spiritual and philosophical systems throughout history. They believe this wisdom has been preserved and guided by a brotherhood of advanced spiritual beings known as the Masters or Mahatmas, said to reside primarily in Tibet. Blavatsky claimed to have received teachings from these masters. Monastic cosmology. Theosophy generally holds a monastic view, asserting the existence of a single divine absolute reality from which the universe and all beings emanate. This absolute is often described as impersonal, unknowable, and the source of all consciousness and existence. Emanationist cosmology. The universe is seen as a series of emanations or unfoldments from the absolute, progressing through various planes of existence, from the more spiritual to the more material. Reincarnation and karma. Theosophy teaches that the human soul undergoes a cycle of reincarnation, evolving through successive lifetimes. This process is governed by the law of karma, which dictates that every action, thought and intention has consequences that shape future experiences. The ultimate goal of this evolutionary journey is spiritual emancipation. The subtle bodies. Human beings are understood to possess not only a physical body but also several subtle bodies or vehicles of consciousness, such as the astral body, emotions and desires, the mental body, thoughts, and higher spiritual bodies. Evolution. Theosophy posits a spiritual evolution that encompasses more than just the physical. It includes the development of consciousness, morality, and spiritual understanding through lifetimes. Historical context and key figures. Helena Petrovna Blavatsky, 1831 to 1891, a Russian noblewoman, mystic, and writer. Blavatsky is considered the principal founder and primary exponent of modern theosophy. Her major works, Isis Unveiled, 1877, and The Secret Doctrine, 1888, laid the foundations for theosophical teachings, drawing from Eastern religions, Western esotericism, and her own claimed occult experiences and communications with the masters. Henry Steele Olcott, and as an American lawyer, agricultural expert, and journalist, Olcott co-founded the Theosophical Society and served as its first president. He played a crucial role in organising and promoting the movement, particularly in India. William Quain Judge, another key founder. Judge was an American lawyer who was instrumental in establishing and leading the theosophical movement in the United States. Annie Besant, a prominent British social reformer, feminist and writer. Besant joined the Theosophical Society in 1889, became a powerful leader after Blavatsky's death. She expanded and systematized theosophical teachings and became deeply involved in Indian nationalism and education. C.W. Leadbeater, an influential theosophist and clairvoyant. Leadbeater collaborated closely with Besant, and together they produced numerous theosophical works, including investigations into the subtle planes and the human aura. Influence and legacy. Theosophy had a significant impact on Western esotericism, spirituality and culture in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It contributed to growing interest in Eastern religions, yoga, meditation and reincarnation in the West. Its ideas influenced various spiritual and philosophical movements, including some aspects of the New Age movement, anthroposophy, founded by Rudolf Steiner, a former theosophist, and certain esoteric Christian groups. The Theosophical Society continues to exist today in various forms, promoting its core principles in the study of theosophical literature. Was there any truth in it? This is a complex question with no easy answer and depends heavily on one's definition of truth and perspective. Subjectivity and belief. Many aspects of theosophy are based on metaphysical claims, esoteric interpretations of ancient texts, and the alleged experiences and communications of its founders. These are inherently difficult to verify through conventional scientific methods. Whether one considers these claims to be true often comes down to personal belief and spiritual inclination. Ethical and philosophical principles. The theosophical emphasis on universal brotherhood, compassion, and the interconnectedness of all life resonates with many ethical and philosophical systems. These principles can be seen as holding intrinsic value and contributing to a more harmonious and understanding worldview, regardless of the metaphysical framework in which they are presented. Influence on understanding Eastern thought. Theosophy played a crucial role in introducing Western audiences to concepts from Hinduism, Buddhism and other Eastern traditions. While their interpretations were sometimes syncretic and influenced by their Western historic background, they undoubtedly sparked interest that paved the way for deeper engagement with Eastern spirituality. Critiques and controversies. Theosophy has faced significant criticism. Skeptics have questioned the authenticity of Blavatsky's claims and existence of the masters and lack of empirical evidence for many of its metaphysical assertions. The movement has also experienced internal divisions and controversies throughout its history. Truth as a process of understanding. Some might argue that the truth in theosophy lies not in its literal claims but in its capacity to inspire individuals to seek deeper meaning, explore different perspectives and cultivate a sense of unity and interconnectedness. From this viewpoint, theosophy can be seen as a framework for personal growth and spiritual inquiry. In conclusion, the truth of theosophy is not something that can be definitively proven or disproven through conventional means. It contains a blend of philosophical ideals, ethical principles, interpretations of religions and scientific concepts, and metaphysical claims that require a degree of faith or resonate with individuals' spiritual experiences. Its lasting impact lies in its historical influence on Western spirituality and its continued emphasis on universal brotherhood and the search for wisdom. What can you tell me about Helena, I hope I spell it right, Blavatsky's automatic writing and channeling? Yeah, that will do. Let's see if I'll just add a bit more to this video because we're only at 9 minutes. Helena Blavatsky was associated with both automatic writing and channeling. Regarding automatic writing, some accounts suggest she would write rapidly, sometimes claiming the content was dictated to her. During the writing of Isis Unveiled, it was reported that she wrote a large number of pages daily, seemingly without consulting references for some details. There are mentions of her pen appearing to be guided by a force other than her own conscious thought during these times. As for channeling, Blavatsky claimed to have direct communications with the masters of ancient wisdom, also known as the Mahatmas, who she said resided primarily in Tibet. She asserted that the secret doctrine was channeled on their behalf. Some reports describe her going into a brown study to receive messages from these masters, and that this communication could sometimes be accompanied by the sound of a small bell. It's important to note that the nature, source of these writings and communications have been subject of debate and scrutiny. Some accounts from those around her describe her as entering trance-like states while writing. Well, I hope you found that broadly very interesting, and I hope you've had a lovely day. I sent my saliva test off today to Ancestry, and I'll share the results along with my family tree, and hopefully when I'm a trillionaire I can just give all the money away, a bit like Bill Gates has done, to all the people whose feelings I've hurt, and work at a shit job, save up some money and start an ethical business. Maybe that's just some fantastical fairy tale bullshit that's going through my head, but yeah, thanks for watching, and all the best for the future, and hope you have a nice evening. Lots of love.